Mr. Hadley, your appearance for Brandon Sims.
Mr. Brandon Sims, who's making his way from the podium today. Income, very good news, John. There's no need for contested restitution hearing today.
Good.
Mr. Rowley from the probation department did provide us with documentation in support of the restitution claims. My client and I reviewed those. We have no objections. We would ask the court to enter the restitution amount as detailed. I do believe that would be $1,041.67, Your Honor. And
Right.
allocated with $616.87 owed to a Rebecca Jinks. And the remaining $424.88 would be reimbursable to Cheryl.
And Mr. Rowley, we got addresses for those folks? Contact info?
Yes.
All right. What happened to Crosley and Wolf?
I, Christine Crossley, yeah.
Or was there any monetary claim for them?
So that's why I called you on, I believe it was Friday, to get some clarification, and, I had insurance help with those. I don't have receipts or certs about because I've been allowed to look into it. And I started looking for everything over to the police and everything, and I turned in, what it was gonna cost to fix the car. And everything that my insurance wouldn't cover, because of whatever he put into my gas tank.
All right, so stop right there. So that hasn't been discussed today. How about if I pass on this and see where we're at with that? Give you a chance to look into that.
I think it's just been looked into, so I guess that's what I would prefer, without any documentation support, Your Honor, I would ask.
They've got all kinds of documentation.
I'm not percent with it, Your Honor, today.
No, I understand that, but somehow it got missed. It's here. You just didn't get a chance to look at it, talk to them. I got a stack of stuff from these folks.
So yeah, if we could get past.
Yeah, I want you to bring up to speed. Sure, yeah. Got anything else?
No, it's it, Judge. I have to go there and see more. There's people out there, it's worse.
Is Rob here in person?
This is dismissed, so I just kicked him.
What was the
It's off to the side,
this one all the way over here?
yeah,
Four?
yeah, it's not on the docket.
No, I understand. Jamie, did anybody talk to Paula Kozer about monies owed on other files?
Want to see the hand here, right?
Thank you. Would you let Mr. Young know that I've got something off docket that we want to talk about before he gets out of here?
So Your Honor.
Go ahead.
We're left with what would be the requisite documentation. I don't see anything, in a file that's would be sufficient for this. And again, it wouldn't bar anybody from filing a claim.
Okay.
Claims are in civil proceeding, but I guess
All right.
just for judicial efficiency, we asked to enter the restitution amount as agreed upon this time. Under the court rules, this issue can be revisited. This is a permanent bar.
Right.
So if there is additional documentation that would necessitate a further hearing, because again, I'm starting to hear allegations that may be stemming. There's multiple MDOPs, there's multiple victims, but I'm
Okay.
not sure we're gonna.
All right. Ms. Crosley, come on up so I'm not yelling at you. And you can just have a seat right there in front of that microphone if you don't mind. So do you have any out of pockets or you have some stuff that you think might be coming?
That was my insurance, which was $100 a piece.
A piece times how many?
Both vehicles.
All right. So you got $200 worth of deductible.
We would not oppose the entry of $200 in the deductible if, again, I think that's absolutely covered by the restitution statute.
But you anticipate some other costs or what?
It was completely total.
Okay.
They couldn't identify the liquid that had gotten into the engine through the gas.
Okay.
So now I don't have my car that I've had for 5 years.
Right.
Not emotional or anything, but
Well, you can sign emotional.
it was the last vehicle that my brother that was murdered drove in, and I put over $20,000 to keep it, and I wanted to keep it because I had
Right.
it for 5 years.
Right.
Those kids
Right, right, right.
As much as I've done for this kid here, and let him stay, and I take care of his baby, and I pay for diapers, I do all that stuff, and he doesn't even pay for his kid. I'm sorry to get emotional.
That's okay. It's okay.
Someone in my insurance, not something or do what I paid for, and for I dish out tons of money for insurance bills, all that stuff, and they won't even cover it because of motor pool. That's $12,000 I don't have.
So hold on, I'm confused why your insurance company didn't pay you anything for the car.
Because the first, they couldn't do the due diligence at the shop, that they sent it to the server and glass, because server and glass didn't take samples and everything. They said, I got screwed over between the insurance and basically him because of whatever he put into my gas tank. And since they didn't take the initiative of taking samples and certain stuff, they said it was fixed. And not even one day out of the shop did the motor blew.
Okay, so your insurance company wouldn't cover the loss because they claimed it wasn't his actions, it was the repair shop.
But then the shop got it too, so, but it would never, had gone to the repair shop if it wasn't for him touching my.
Understood, understood. Right, no, no, I hear you. I hear you.
Lost my car, I didn't even get back, they didn't even give me back as much as what I paid $5,000 for a transmission, I didn't even get that back for the total of the car.
Right,
And it's just, I know he ain't got money, I know he ain't got.
Yeah.
Because I support his kid,
right,
so it's not like, I don't even know what to say or what to ask.
yeah. It ain't gonna make you whole. Right,
I'm not having to ask for, and I still got spray paint on the side of my house, I still can't even get off,
Mhm.
that's sitting there.
right.
So Your Honor, I guess we're asking again,
No, I know,
Yeah.
I know. Her out of pocket's $200.
that's without being presented with something.
I know, I know.
I understand.
So Ms. Crosley, there's nothing, I'm gonna order the $200 because that's the clear out of pocket, your deductibles. There's nothing that stops you from filing a civil action, against Mr. Sims. But he's got no money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't buy a cup of coffee with it, but I hear you. But you know what? You're not gonna want to hear this now, but I want you to remember it and chew on it a little bit. Still do nice things for people.
I do.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for your time. All right. So the restitution I'm going to order is the $424.88 for Jordan, the $616.87 for Jenkins, and the $200 for Crosley.
Your Honor,
And what's the plan to pay for all that?
so I just started working, I think it last Friday was the first paycheck. This Friday.
Where you working?
Second check.
What are they paying? Okay.
Your Honor, he's still in the process of having the matters need to be adjudicated, resolved at Washington, other than the major prohibitive factor in obtaining, I would say, more gainful employment right now. He's had background checks that got flagged, everything kind of tied with this, not this specific incident at the same time.
Right. How many hours are you getting at Bros? Is it full time?
I mean, last week I started Wednesday, and so this is my first week. I don't know yet,
Yeah, but it's gonna be 40 hours at least. All right.
but with my background check still pending, they still need an employee, so they have to come in. But my background check flags,
You got some felonies on your record?
Not on his record, that's the Washington.
Pending. All right. Are you still living in Flint? I got a Flint address.
He's been housing unstable, he's been sleeping in his car.
All right. All right. All right. So I've ordered the restitution. Let's set this up for an in-house review. Emily, like 30 days to see what he's got in place for payments, some kind of regular payments.
Possibly speaking of work program, that are required to have, he did get work program, so the things he was able to do when he
Yeah.
wasn't working, he at least took the initiative and they get some of those things started, so. I know.
All right, so let me give you some advice you didn't ask for. Get a construction job. Generally speaking, they don't care what your background is, if you'll show up every day and work your ass off. All right. If you were down here, I'd give you a card for a guy that's down in Monroe that would probably hire you just because you said you'd show up. And if you showed up every day and just, kept your head down, didn't talk back and did exactly what you were told and did it hard, then you could have a home with this guy. You could have a career. And that's the kind of job you need. Roofing crew, just something that's hard work, but you got to be reliable. And you can make, $24 an hour. And they don't, seriously, they don't care how stupid you were as long as you show up every day and you do what you're told. But yeah, I think you have to do that. And just so you understand where my heart is, how old are you? 40 hours is a part-time job for a kid your age.
Right now, 10-hour shifts. My first week in training, I'm gonna try to push 70 to 80 hours a week.
Yeah. Yeah. And find another job if you have to. So you got 40-hour job here and a 40-hour job there. Because now's the time to do it. You're 21, you can work your ass off and get up the next morning and do it again. You do it now so you don't have to do it when you're 50. Because you've been young and dumb, man. It's time to grow the hell up and start making up for lost ground. All right, let's review this in 30 days. And just so you know, I'm not going to put anybody in jail because they don't have money, but I'll put you in jail if I think you're not trying to find a job.